welcome back to B&E Stitchery.
I'm Brandy.
And I'm Emma.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How are you guys?
How have you been?
I have been good. I have been good. It's been a busy month. January usually is with year end and all of that stuff. And we have a new software program at work that's like taking some getting used to. So it's a lot of learning curve and a lot of things that aren't working that, used to work and all this stuff. But I mean, it's getting there. It just takes time. There's no software that works 100% for everything.
No.
You just have to supplement. So that's what I've been doing at work. And then I decided to get a new car.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Let me tell you what. So we were talking about me getting a new car because I have an older car. Well, had an older car than Mom. And I was like, maybe I'll think about getting a new car. And she was like, well, if you got a car, what would you get? And I was like, oh, a 2025 Kia Sorento with bucket seats in the second row and all these features. And then this little turd muffin decides one random Friday night to just go out and buy my dream car. So I'm jealous.
I'm a turd bucket, but to be fair, I wanted it too.
Yes.
And
I know.
Before I had a Kia Seltos, my last car, and I got it because I was driving back and forth and I was putting a lot of miles on my car and it was really great on gas mileage. Really stunk in the snow. Hated it in the snow. It was just too light. It was too light of a car. It was too small. It's not even a car. It's like a small SUV. And I liked the way it drove and everything, but it just, So
I'm jealous.
I've had two Kia Sorentos before this. And my mom's always had Kia Sorentos and I really like them. So yeah, it's a really nice car. It's like a spaceship.
It really is.
It's awesome. It
that will
does
be my next
things
car,
I don't even know how to make it do.
We Zoomed with some friends last night and I was like, you know what? I need to just chill out. I just got my car inspected, so it's good for another year. It has 102,000 miles on it, which is a lot, but not nearly as that's only half the lifespan of the car. I could get another 3 or 4 years out of this car, no issues. I've never had any mechanical issues, so I just need to
knock on some wood.
This is plastic, but you get the point. So I feel like we should do a little bit of a reintroduction. We've had roughly 150 to 200 new subscribers in the past month. I think that's just part of Whip Parade season, new Flosstubes people are finding out. I've seen a lot of comments that were like, hey, just found you ladies, really enjoyed it. So,
and thank you so much. I really do love to read the comments and
I know,
stuff.
I do too. I refresh it almost every day. I'm like, is there any comments? Is there any comments? It's so fun.
It is. It really is. My name is Brandy and I am Emma's mom and I live in Maine on the mid-coast. I used to live up towards Canada, up in the Sugar Grove area.
Northwest side of Maine.
Yeah.
So not way at the tippity top like you'd think if you're looking at the map, but
almost
over closer to New Hampshire.
Yeah, almost a whole year ago I moved.
Which is crazy.
And so I grew up
It is past a year. Yeah, it was before Christmas
it was in
last
December.
Year.
Yeah, December 9th.
Time flies.
I know. So, I grew up on the coast though. So I moved closer to my family. So, and I have another daughter. She's 17 and I don't think we'll ever convince her to stitch. We have tried and tried and tried and maybe someday, maybe someday. Because Brenna is crafty. She can draw and she loves to do that sort of stuff. I think cross stitching would help her
chill.
Yeah.
She's a very naturally anxious person.
Yeah.
So I think if she had some sort of continuing outlet, because she tried crocheting for a little while, but then didn't stick with it. She's tried things, but I don't know.
I think it would be good for her, but whatever. She's 17 too, so you can't convince her. And right now we're in the middle. She just had midterms. We just did her FAFSA. She's working on becoming a respiratory therapist. So she's been in contact with Waldo County Hospital and the college to work on working as she's getting her thing. So she's headed in the right direction. Yeah. Very, very proud of her. And in June, I signed up to go to the Farm Girl Drive Goods. Well, I didn't think anything of it. That my daughter's graduating this year, and graduations usually happen in June. I was like, oh my, I had
You're
booked
lucky.
everything.
You are lucky because it is the weekend, her retreat's the weekend before the graduation.
I hope it's not during prom.
No, prom is always in May.
I hope that prom is
always
in
in May.
Because last year I missed our prom because we had a retreat in New Hampshire. So I don't want to miss her senior prom this year. So anyway, I am so excited because Brenda Gervais is... I can't wait. I cannot wait. And I'm going all by myself.
I'm sure once you get there, you're going to recognize people or you're going to meet people that you just like become new friends with.
I hope so.
That's how retreats happen.
It's unfortunate because I didn't think that I needed to book my room right away, so I didn't. And I'm not in the hotel where it's at, so I'm driving, but it's fine. It's in Amana, and there aren't that many hotels in Amana, Iowa. So I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere, which I love being in the middle of nowhere anyway. And it's like...
There's almost like a peace about it. Like, it's like, oh, there's nothing around
And there's like a lot of Dutch history and German history and stuff. Yeah. So I'm excited to like look around.
Mom's a big history fan.
Yeah, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. A little bit about me. I am obviously, as she said, her daughter. And ew. I'm just kidding. I love my mom. I am 24 years old. I just got married this past October and we bought this house in March. So it's almost been a year since I bought this house, which is kind of crazy too. We've slowly been doing like renovations to it because it is an older double wide. It's a 2005 double wide. So we've been, slowly making it our own. And it's on 27 acres of land, which my husband loves because he's a big deer hunter. And he's been getting into archery as well. So he's excited to expand that season.
And he bought a muzzle loader. So now he's hunting all the time.
He can hunt now from like the end of September to the beginning of December. So he's excited. And I basically there's a joke that you're like a hunting widow. Like you lose your husband for that time of the year, which is fine. Like my outlet is cross stitching, which I can do any time of the year. His outlet is hunting, which is only a certain season. So I let him do it as much as he wants because it's his thing. He's currently out ice fishing with, I think, 10 other guys. So there's 11 of them. They rented a cabin up in Jackman, Maine, and they are out. Last night they were having some fun. I got a pretty funny phone call, but yeah, it's good. And I have a little doggy. He's about to be 1 next weekend. He's my life. I love him. So his name is Ranger. He's a golden retriever. And that's my life. I'm an accountant, but I don't make work my life, so I'm a lot of other things too.
Yeah, I think like we spend so much time at work that it kind of does become who you are.
I was talking to someone at work the other day because they are much more motivated than me, and I am a good employee. I get my stuff done. It makes it sound like I slack off and I don't care about my job. No, I do. I just I work to live. I don't live to work. Like that's kind of the difference between me and a lot of my coworkers. But yeah, work-life balance is good, especially when you're a public accountant. I'm an auditor. I don't do taxes, so it's not. Everybody says, "Oh, are you ready for tax season?" I don't do taxes. I'm an auditor, not for the IRS, but. Anyways, yeah, that's us. 10 minutes in.
Well, why don't you talk about how you came into stitching?
2 years ago, Mom, at Thanksgiving, we were having Thanksgiving and I was staying the night after because I was like helping clean up or whatever. And we had finished cleaning everything. All the leftovers were put away. We were kind of just hanging out. And she got out her stitching and she was like, "Are you sure?" Because she had been trying to get me to do it for a long time, and I was like, no. And then that Thanksgiving, I was like, you know what? I'm sick of listening to you. Fine. Sure. And I can't say no too many times before people, like, I'm pretty easy to crack. So we went upstairs to her, like, craft room area, and I was like, do you have anything that's, like, super small and super easy? So she started me on a stamped cross-stitch kit. And I started with that and I finished it in like 2 days and I was obsessed, and then it just became a rabbit hole. And at the beginning, if you went back and watched on all our Flosstubes, I was very naive. I was very young and naive. And I said, oh, I'm only ever going to do stamped kits because I don't want to ever count. And then I was like, oh, I'm only ever stitching on 14 count Aida. And then I was like, oh, I'm never going to go away from Aida no matter the size. Like, I just don't want to do Lugana. And now here I am. I'm just doing it all. So
I think our style and taste change as we evolve as
Oh,
stitchers.
for sure. I have whips from 2023 that now I look at and I'm like, I really want this because there's a lot of work done in on it already, but I don't want to stitch it anymore. But I don't also want to just like get rid of a bunch of stitching, you know? Like it's so much progress that was done.
Exactly.
It's hard, but.
Speaking of progress.
We have a lot to show today.
Yes.
We've been busy bees.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of stitching. Like
whips and starts and stuff.
But we have a lot of finishes to show. So I had made it part of my plan to take one day to finish things.
1 day a month.
1 day a month. So I am, that's what
She's
I'm
been doing it.
Yeah.
She was working from home and she texts me and she goes, here's a pillow. And I was like, oh my gosh, great. And then she was like, here's another pillow. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're killing it. And then she was like, here's another one. Like, it was like 4 texts in a row. And I was like, oh my God, did you even work today?
They don't take very long.
Yeah, no.
And
it was just funny.
I was able to like cut it out and, you know, it really didn't take, I would say like half hour per pillow maybe.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah. So all good things. And then I was like, well, I need FFOs if you're going to have FFOs.
Yeah. So Emma can't.
I'm competitive. So
she can't just let me have my light.
No. So I wanted to have some FFOs too. And I don't have that many FFOs that are like finished objects that are waiting to be FFO'd.
However,
yeah, she has, well now,
I have
you're
options.
in the 30s now.
I know. Wow.
So that's exciting. But I think I only have 6 with all my tiny towns, maybe 7. But I want to do all my tiny towns, like sit down and do them all at once. And I don't have the coordinating fabrics. It's just a whole thing. So I'm like waiting until that I get there. And then I'll have like a weekend of like just finish all of them. But yeah. So, all right, let's get right into it.
You want to go or you want me to go?
You have more than me, so you start.
Okay. So this is a Brenda Gervais with thy needle and thread. Rudolph and Friends it's called. I stitched this like a couple of years ago, like in 2022 I think. And it's just been sitting in my box.
I think that was like your finish of our first Flosstube actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, speaking of that, happy Flossiversary!
We're toddlers! We're 2 years old!
This is our second Flossiversary.
Yeah, super exciting. It's technically January 28th, but today's the 25th as we're filming this, so close enough.
Yeah. So I did the felt back finish because I never had done this before. Well, don't say what. I usually do the envelope back finish. I like this because I can get these pillows stuffed. With the envelope back, I have a hard time getting it really stuffed the way I want it to be stuffed. So I do like that. The only part I don't like, and I know that's what Emma was saying, don't say it, is I think this takes away from the back fabric. And I feel like I made my square
Are you going to be
big.
Displaying your pillow like this?
No.
Okay, then.
I know.
Shut your mouth. This is the important part.
So I watched Helen D's video about how to take the pom-pom edge off, and that was very, very helpful. And I just love it. I think he's super cute.
I love him.
So that's I did the blanket stitch.
These are really stuffed. Like,
yeah,
they're good.
I like them like that though.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
And then the next one I did was Primrose Cottage. Cover your face.
Valentine Quaker.
And I cut this really, really close.
I kind of
like it. I do.
It gives it like dimension. Like
I wasn't able to put a trim because my stitching is like right up there, but I like it.
I like it too.
And I'm not one of these people that has to have trim on everything either. And that's my back.
Oh, you should have cut your thing into a heart.
I know.
That would have been so
I
cute.
know. Yeah, you're right.
You live and you learn.
Whatever, too late now. I mean, I can take it out and redo it, but I'm not going to do that. So I love it. It's so cute. And I have a 3-tiered tray that I just leave out all of my finishes. I'm sure like once I start finishing more stuff, I'm not going to be able to do it.
Well, you can rotate
I don't
for
care
seasons.
if it's Halloween. I don't care if it's Christmas. I want to see my stitching, so I leave it out. And then this was our first Jingle Ball Sal with Erin Elizabeth. We all chose an Erin Elizabeth pattern, and this is her Joy pattern.
I have that stitched in FFO too, and I love it.
Yes.
Mom did a color conversion, so that's not the called for.
No.
Hers are very much more primmy, muted colors.
Yeah, I just took what I had.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have a little bit of variegation, so I think I got it. So this is my backing fabric, which I love. And I cut
my poinsettias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I cut my thing a little bit smaller. I was going to put trim around this, but I kind of like it now.
Especially because it's so busy with all the little doodads.
Yeah.
You know, like it kind of looks,
I mean, I don't
nice.
think you have to have trim on everything, so I love it. So that's my Joy pillow. And then this is my last pillow finish. This is Lost in Stitches.
Lost in Stitches. I don't know the name of the pattern though.
I'm not sure either.
It was part of there was like a pack of 3 charts.
Yes,
and that was
this
one
was
of them.
in it.
Yeah.
And I stitched this when she first
I
brought
think
it out.
We did a Lost in Stitches Sal, because she released like 4 or 5 charts as like her like opening thing, and I stitched one that was like, it was not in this pack, but it was like adjacent to this pack, and it was cute.
Yours was bigger.
Yeah,
it had a little house on it, didn't it? Yeah.
I used it for a smalls exchange, which I regret, but you know. Sometimes I just really hate giving away stitching.
And it's not like you'll ever stitch it twice.
I know. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. And then this is my back, and I have just some chenille around the edge.
I love that one.
I like it. And I'm thinking about putting like a little snowflake doodaddy at the bottom. But I don't know. Because that's what I did for this piece. And I kind of like it. This is my...
Cottage Garden Samplers Christmas Parade.
Yes, thank you. This is Stitching on Moonstone, and I have jingle bells at the corners and rickrack around. And then I had gotten this little...
Is it rickrack or pom-poms?
Pom-poms, sorry. Yeah. This little doohickey whatever charm from the Northwood Stitcher at Christmas.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's really cute. So
super cute. I like the jingle bells on the corner.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So, because sometimes my rickrack's on the corner, I don't really like the way it looks. So, and I just got this board at Hobby Lobby, and I used just white paint. I was going to do the crackle effect, but I didn't.
Like it.
I tried putting the crackle on it, and it didn't do anything.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I just didn't follow the... I'm not a very patient person. So, I don't know if I just didn't follow... Like, you can see a little bit, like here. It's a little bit. It's not really. It's just more looks like barn board, which I like.
I like it. It's cute. Yep. Very cute.
So I finished that.
Ta-da!
5 finishes. I know. If you know me, don't fall out of your chair.
Okay. And we did say that we wanted to have at least one FFO for each Flosstube. Yeah. So we're doing good so far.
Probably we won't have one for next Flosstube because we have a finishing retreat.
Plans.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I love this.
This
What count is that on?
28.
Okay.
This is Woodland Critters tier by Erin Elizabeth. And I have it in this kind of like arch frame from Hobby Lobby. And I just used the backing. You can kind of see my fabric poking out because it was a little hard to get it all in there. But I'm obsessed. I love it so much. It's stitched on a 28 count. I did not lace it completely tight, and my fabric's a little bit bulky, but
don't say
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I like it. I have a little vignette of like stitchies out right now, out in my living room, and this is up there, and I love it so much. It's so cute. Yeah, 28 count, light denim is the fabric, and I just used all the called for DMC.
I'm gonna have to get one of those frames for mine because that looks really good. I saw some at
this
TJ's.
Is perfect for any of her frames.
Yeah,
or any of her tiers. And they had this same kind of like archway one, but there was one that it didn't have the like layered thing, but it was just one frame, and it was gold, and it had like intricate little like beading almost on it. It was pretty. So definitely check out your local Hoblob. And I'm pretty sure that I got it when it was like 50% off. That's the way to do it with Hobby Lobby for sure. All right, next, my mom got me a a perpetual calendar from Paisley's and Polka Dots. That's a mouthful. And I knew that I wanted this for the Robin Pickens seasonal courier series. So I have mine finished. I'm just so obsessed with it.
It looks so good.
I love it so much. This is pretty deep, so it's kind of like shadowed when it's like just standing, but that's okay. And it comes with these little like calendar things, and it even has, I'm not going to pull it out because it's behind all these months, but it has one that says like days until and months until. So like if you're doing like a countdown or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I thought I could change that out for like some fun things coming up, but for now I have just the date in here. And I was going to put a magnet on here, but with it being so tight fitted, I was worried that if I did magnet it, I wouldn't be able to like stick my fingers behind it to like get it off. So I just have it laced and just plopped right in here, and when it stands up, it stays. So I'm obsessed. I love it so much.
And she's thinking about stacking them so that it's
because
good
this
storage.
Is so deep. It's so deep that I'm thinking, and these are so thin. That really sucks. These are so thin, once they're finished, it's just on mat board with a little bit of batting. I'm thinking I'll be able to like store them behind each other, in this section. So then I don't have to like dig through boxes to pull them out when it's time to change the seasons. But
I got it.
You can just stick them in there because I have a certain order that they're in. Yeah. Okay.
Don't mess with her order.
Yeah, please.
Retentiveness.
I do have a little bit of OCD. Okay, and now the last FFO that I have is actually a Flosstube. What do they call it? Royal Flush or Full House? What is it called? I think it's a
Full House.
I think it's a Full House.
Yeah.
It's when you start. Well,
I think
typically.
You have to kit.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Typically,
I thought it was 5 things.
Well, typically a Flosstube Royal Flush is when you show one of each thing. So it's like a start, a finish, a whip, and an FFO. So this is all 4 of those things in one. So this is Sweet Wing Studios Wordy Birds January, and I have it stitched on a 32 count Lugana that is Serenity by Atomic Ranch. And if you know this pattern, you know that there is a like thicker band border at the bottom of this that I omitted because I wanted it to fit on this chart or on this piece. And I knew that if I put that border, obviously it wouldn't fit. So here it is. I used all the called for DMC except for the green because I was actually missing that green. I had like 3 or 4 colors that I needed to pick up. And so I just used the one that was like closest to it, but you would never even know.
No, who would?
Yeah. So I love it so much. And I have this just on some magnets with a washer so that when I do the February Wordy Birds, I can just clip it on there.
It's perfect.
I love it so much.
So great.
This kind of like spool finishing piece, it actually, I will show you because I bought multiple and then I shipped some to friends and I still have this one left, which stay tuned. But this is how it came. There was also one that had like, it said like Merry Christmas, ho 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 or something like that.
I think that's the one I got.
Yeah. So it comes with all this ribbon. This is like a velvet. It is 25 yards. It's a lot. So I just took all the ribbon off and it's sitting on like I have it wound around cardboard because
it works.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and it's just a like big giant flat spool, which I love. So here it is. I'm obsessed. I could just stare at it all day, but we'll move on.
Not obsessing.
Definitely not. I'm very sorry if you can hear Ranger whining. We have glass doors in front of us, so he can see us.
Staring at us.
Yeah, he has like separation anxiety, so he doesn't like being alone very often. So
like someone else I know.
What are you talking about?
Emma texted us last night in our friend group and goes,
"What are you guys doing?"
I was like, "What are you guys up to tonight?"
I'm just all alone. Casey's ice fishing. And I said, "Are you lonely?" And then Stephanie
was
says,
like, "Well,
"Do
we
you
can
want to
Zoom?"
Zoom?"
And I was like, "I thought you'd never ask."
Because Emma hates being alone.
I don't enjoy it. It's not my favorite. Okay.
Do you want to start with your finishes?
Yes. So I'm just going to put this out there with, I don't have a lot of whips because I have been kind of monogamous, which is weird for me. Like when I start something, I've been finishing it. So
You've had
a little bit
lot.
weird for me. Yeah, so I have 3 finishes.
Ranger, no.
I'm sorry. We may have to pause, but I think he'll lay down now. He's walked away. Okay. So this first finish was my New Year, New Start, and this is the quickest sal ever with Helen D. This is Winter Walk by Pigeon Coop Designs, which was in his Cross Stitch in the Forest book. And here it is, all finished. So I stitched this on a 28 count Lugana. I believe it's Hera by Atomic Ranch. And I used all the called for DMC, exactly how it's charted. Nothing changed. So I am going to be finishing this in a flat fold. So I'm very excited. So I'm going to try to find like some wintry navy blue kind of coordinating fabric. We're going to the quilt shop today after we film.
Yeah, because they're having a sale. It's like a mountain goat.
He's standing on the back of my couch right now. Anyways, so they're having a sale, so we're gonna go, and I'm hoping that I can find some sort of navy blue wintry coordinating
You'll be able
fabric.
to find something, I'm sure.
So I'm obsessed with this, and I love it so much.
Plus, they're having a sale.
And I finished this. You guys, I've been doing it. It's not a book of days. It's just a like monthly calendar journal thing that I got from Target. And I have actually been keeping very good track of my stuff. So when I have a finish, I put like a little check mark next to it. I put like a little like film symbol next to the day that we filmed so I can keep track of like what I've done since then. I have a couple stickers on there. So I'm loving it. And I have like a big X on the days that I haven't stitched, which those days are always sad.
Yeah.
But since our last Flosstube, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 no stitchy days, which is very unlike me. But
yeah, I've had a couple this week.
Yeah. Tuesday, I was traveling. I went to Minneapolis for work. And the Tuesday, it was the day before I left for the travel, so I had to like pack my bags and, clean the house a little bit before I left. And then the Thursday was like the work day that I was there. And then that Friday, the day that I finished this, I actually finished it 30,000 feet in the air. I finished it in the airplane. And the lady next to me, I was like, I wanted to take a picture of it like next to like the window, like showing that I finished it in the plane. I don't know. I'm a loser. And so I had like my iPad propped up, and then I had my like project book folder like on top of my iPad, and then I had this laid on front of it, and I was like setting up the little picture, and she was like, "Do you want me to take a picture of you with it?" I was like, "No, that's okay." She was like, "It's beautiful." And then she was like, "What is it?" And then it led into a whole conversation of what cross stitch is. She was like in her 40s. She'd never even heard of cross stitch. So she was like, "Oh, maybe I'll have to try that." And I was like, "You should." I was like, I tell everybody they should cross stitch.
Right?
So yeah, that's my little story behind Winter Walk. Finished it on January 10th, and I started it on the 1st. All right, my next finish was a new start for the Advent that we did with our friends. And this is Needle Therapy by Crafty Bluebonnet Designs. And I stitched this on a 32 count light taupe Lugana with all the called for DMC completely as charted. So this was a lot of fun to stitch. Very simple, very quick. I think this is only like a 4-day stitch in total from start to finish. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I want to I plan on FFOing it on like a little board that has a little like rope so I can hang it on my like craft room door, because I think that's really cute. It says sewing and needle therapy in progress. So I thought that'd be cute on my craft room door. All right, the next is also a start, whip, finish. It's not an FFO, but Stephanie and I did this piece together. We started it on Martin Luther King Day, January 20th, and I finished it like 20 minutes before we started filming. So Stephanie, I did it. I woke up at 5:30 this morning just naturally, because I'm a morning person. And I just got up and I finished it. So here it is. This is Robin's Spring by Robin Pickens. from the Seas of Courier series, and it's stitched on the 28 count wheat by Zweigart Lugana. So I love it so much. All the called for DMC.
That is just so beautiful.
So pretty. I love this series so much. So when springtime comes, it will go in here.
I think the Blue Jay one is my favorite one.
Yeah, I love the Blue Jay one. That's the summer one. So I'm going to be starting that one. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, a little intermission, if you will, from this series. But this only took me, I started it Monday and I finished it today. So 5-6 days of stitching. So they stitch pretty quick. And to me, this is like my ideal stitch.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too count heavy, but there's not too much block stitching. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this whole series. I'm so excited to have it all done. That's my last finish. So I have 3 finishes. And now I only have 1 whip to show you, because that was most of my stitching, was just those 3 finishes. So, 3 finishes and an FFO.
So mine's not like a full finish. It's just the January version of Anniversaries of Hearts. Tiger Lily Designs and Jessica from Sweetwater Stitching is doing this Sal, and it's AOTH 25 Sal is Anniversaries of the Heart. Yeah. So I did the first one, and the first one is for Emma. So
it's for me.
You're gonna notice
You did a B.
It's not a B, it's an H.
Oh, it's just
it's very kind of ghosty a little bit. You'll notice that mine does not look anything like this pattern.
because she used all the called for.
I did,
floss.
and none of it looks the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't look at all like
doesn't.
this. The peacock is brown.
Yeah.
And I just went with it. I was like, I'm not going to mess with a blackbird. I'm just going to do it. So,
But hold that up again. So it's charted with very much blues, but over time, what year did that come out? It was in the 2000s, wasn't it?
2010.
Oh, yeah. So in the past 15 years,
Dialots
have changed quite a bit.
And that's okay, because I like the way it looks. It looks prim.
Yep.
You know, all my colors are going to look prim. They're all going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And you are doing them all in one piece, right?
I am. I decided to not stitch the bonus charts. I'm only going to stitch. So I'm going to do a 4x3 layout with the 12. So this is the next one that I will be starting very shortly. And this will be for my husband, Josh. Valentine Rose. So I've already pulled all the threads, and I will be starting that soon. Maybe even today, although I probably shouldn't because it's still January.
It's still January.
Whatever.
You could bring that for our thing.
Yeah.
Our little retreat. We'll talk about that in plans.
I could. I have
Keep
2
going.
ones. So one of my pieces is missing.
It was laying on top of... Yeah, okay.
It just fell on the floor.
We ironed. Be proud.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
No, don't get used to it.
So one of my pieces of intention was to finish this. So I only stitched on it for 2 days because I was like forcing myself to stitch on this. I want it done. Anybody that has any advice, how do you stitch on something that you just aren't feeling? I don't know.
I said what my trick is I put it in a really small hoop so I can't see the stitching around it, because I'm I like the process of stitching. So to me, sometimes it doesn't really matter what the stitch is.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see everything, I'm like, I get overwhelmed, or
I know.
So
I don't know what my deal is, but
She's
so
so
close. I worked on the sled. And this is stitched on 16 count brown sugar.
by Fiber on a Whim.
Fiber on a Whim. And I have like a little doodly bips, like a lot of back stitching, which I hate doing. I hate back stitching. So like the elves are creepy and they don't have any faces, and same thing with my Santa and Mrs. Claus, they don't have any faces. But like this section's done and this section's done, but I have to go back and do like back stitch on all the rest of it. I don't know if that's I just wasn't feeling it. So I stitched most of the sled and part of the presents and all of that this time. I only stitched on it for 2 days. I would really like to have it finished by the end of January because I have another piece that I want.
We've got 6 days.
Yeah. Forcing myself to stitch it. So we'll see. We'll see, because my next stitch is...
Oh, don't zip your floss.
Okay, you go.
Okay, this is my one and only whip. Really wanted to do a new start when I finished the needle therapy, or sewing therapy, whatever it's called. So this had a very piddly start. And I put out a thing on my on my Instagram, like a poll that was like, help me decide if I should start a new whip or start a new project or work on a whip. And a lot of people said work on a whip. So this is a whip, but it had like maybe 40 stitches in it. So it felt like a new start. This is Choose Joy by Sweet Wing Studio, which was a piece that was released at Stitch Florida. It wasn't like a retreat piece, like you had the option to buy it.
It wasn't
released.
Exclusive.
Yeah, it wasn't exclusive. That's the word I was looking for. So this is stitched all called for, everything except for this purple is actually a swadalge, but she includes a DMC alternative.
This piece makes me happy because it makes me think of our friends.
Yeah.
Tammy gave you the fabric.
Tammy gave me the fabric, and we all started it together at Stitch Florida, and it was just a great time. And it makes me think of Jennifer Lee.
Oh.
Because she started and finished this at the retreat.
Can you imagine?
I don't know how she does it, but here's my progress. I didn't finish it. I was going to, but then we did the sal for Robin Pickens. I would like to finish this before Easter because I would really like to gift it to Nana at Easter. She would love this piece. So
very, very, very much. Would.
I would really like to gift this to my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to finish this and FFO it before Easter.
You're gonna be sad giving that away, though.
I know. I get so sad giving everything away, but I know she would love this.
She will love it.
She has a lot of fruit trees in her backyard, and you know, this has a lot of like fruit blossoms and the orange blossoms, and she's very proud of her garden, and she's, you know, a woman of faith, and she very much it's just her. I think she would appreciate it and love it much more, not more than I would because I love it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
she will love it.
This was only 4 days of stitching, and I only had the word "the" with this little flower blossom before.
Yeah.
I will say this is not a piece that I should be stitching on during weekdays. It is
count heavy.
So count heavy, like so count heavy, and so many little bits and bobs.
Jennifer got it done at a retreat.
Listen, Linda, I don't understand her ways, but it is just, it's a lot. And it's a lot of like needle changing your threads.
It's just the sweetest anyway.
So I you can see my hoop mark, but I had it in the hoop, and I was like, I'm not gonna move the hoop. I'm just gonna go with what's in my hoop and just work over. So I would this probably will hopefully be a finish by our next Flosstube, because I would like to bring this to our finishing retreat to finish there.
Yeah, good idea.
That's my goal, but if it doesn't happen, I will bring it to Stitch at the finishing retreat, and then, you know, maybe I'll get it done. But I have it stored in this little Como Stitches bag.
I love this bag so much. I know.
I love this size bag. This is her mini bag. And it is perfect for like a chart that is, you know, like it's small. Like I don't need, this is everything I need. So it's perfect. I love this. It fits my 7-inch Morgan hoop.
And most of your charts are PDF. So you don't even really have real charts.
Most of the time.
Yeah, she was saying that not that size. I think the next size up is like her most sold. Yeah, I was watching her live.
Her medium one is like a standard size project bag, like the 11 by...
I don't think it's that big.
7 by 11 or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I love this bag so
much. I have one too, and I like it a lot too, so... Yay!
Love me a Como bag!
So my next stitch has been like my obsession, my focus. Like, I just want to stitch on this.
And this is a start since your last Flosstube, right? Since our last Flosstube.
No, I had it started.
You did?
I believe. Yeah, I think I had the house almost all the way done.
No.
Not the roof, but I had all this brickwork and stuff.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was your new year, new start.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep. So here is Plum Street Samplers, Joy to the World, Comfort and Joy. And you can get this at Country Sampler. It's exclusive until next year. But then after that, it will be released. I am stitching this on all the called for because I bought the kit. And I did a middle start because I was unsure of the borders.
Yeah, but now she's got plenty.
I have plenty of room, so I've wasted all that fabric. So that's a little unfortunate. But here is my piece, and I love it so much. You will notice that my words are not over 1. I think I tried 5 or 6 times to do the over 1. This is on 36 count. I've never stitched on 36 count. I couldn't do it. It wasn't looking good. I couldn't get it. I was either going to have to sit there with a magnifier the whole entire time, and I was like, you know what? I can chart this out and it will be fine. So my font is not as beautiful and fancy, but it's still...
I think it's just as pretty. Like,
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
So my friend Jenny, we went to the Crafty on last weekend, I think, right? And my friend Jenny's like, oh, I love that piece so much. And I said, okay, when I'm done, you can have it.
Meaning the chart.
I meant the chart.
And she was like, like she thought she meant the stitch.
I was like, I love you, Jenny, more than life, but I will not give you my stitching. And I was like, yeah, you can have it. She hates Canadian geese so bad, and there's a little Canadian. She goes, I'm gonna stitch it without the goose.
She goes, that'll just be extra snowflakes.
But
it was funny.
Yeah, so when I am done, Miss Jenny, you can have this chart. But I am hoping to finish this as well. So
if you finish it before their next weekend, you could give it to her then.
Oh yeah, I could. There's no way I'm finishing.
You really don't have.
I have all that whole border and these trees still left to do, and there's doodly bips in those trees.
You and your doodly bips.
I hate doodly bips.
I tell you what.
They take a long time.
You're funny.
All right. So, as we just said,
we went to the Crafty. We're moving into our haul portion of the video.
Yes.
Which I have been trying to be good.
I have not.
I don't have that much.
I know you guys
However,
are surprised.
I'm kind of bummed because it's being delivered today. My 1, 2, 3 stitch and my fat quarter shop
sad.
order. But those had intention behind the orders, so I can just tell you what I got. I got a bunch of fabric. I am a stash stitcher. Like when I start something, I don't buy something most of the time. I don't buy something with the intention of a chart, like for fabric wise.
I'm like that too.
I just buy it because I think it looks gorgeous or because so I have been using my stash, meaning I don't have a lot of stash left. So I needed to replenish. So I got, I needed some neutrals of 32 count. So I got, accidentally, I got 2 fat quarters. No, it was a complete accident. I got 2 fat quarters of vintage Stormy Night, which is like vintage country mocha, but gray, from Zweigart. And then I got, in 32 count Lugana. I don't know if I said that.
But you could stitch anything on
that. I got, another fat quarter of the 28 count wheat, which is what this is, because I won't have enough with what I have. It's not a big enough cut to finish this series. So I got another cut of that. And then I got 2 pinks for the January Wordy Birds. So I got, I think it's called Powder Pink Splash. And it's like that, it's just like plain baby pink with the white spots. So it will either be on that or it will be on, I don't remember the name of it, vintage something, because it's like vintage country mocha but pink. And then I got a lilac as well, because I think, this is just my prediction, that the April Wordy Bird, I have a feeling is going to be very Eastery,
you have
springy.
That purple too from Atomic Ranch.
No, I don't. I gifted it.
Oh.
I gifted it to Jamie in our swap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Plus that one is like really purple, so I wanted something like pastel purple. Because this is just a prediction. If I don't use it, whatever, I only got a fat 1/8. I love 1, 2, 3 stitch for that. If you didn't know, you can get like even ornament cuts with some of the fabrics. Mm-hmm. So I really love that about 1, 2, 3 stitch. So that's in the mail on its way to me. So I'm excited about that. And then at the Crafty, I didn't get too much because, you know, trying to be good with charts specifically because I have so many charts that I really want to stitch. So I don't need to be buying them. I just don't. Unless it's like limited edition, exclusive, like then it's like, okay, you know, I can justify that. But if it's like a chart that's existing forever, there's really no need for it. Anyways, this is a exclusive from Erin Elizabeth Designs for the Crafty Grimalkin's shop for her celebrating her 1-year anniversary. So this is called Wandering Moose, and I love this. This really fits the aesthetic of my house. Specifically my hallway is like...
It's going to go great with your home one.
Yeah, my forest home. So I love this, and I bought all of the dinky dies for it because when in Rome. And I know a lot of the ladies that we are going to see next weekend are starting this next weekend, so I'm going to cut a piece of fabric and bring it with me. If I start it, I start it. If I don't, I don't. I don't really have any like goal to finish this anytime soon, but I definitely wanted the piece. And then I got Patriotic Tweet by Teresa Kogut. I love this. It's so cute. It's a really good small. It's adorable. So
I love that.
Sorry for the glare, but
I love it, love it.
and I love the little pillow it comes with too. The God Bless the USA.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
so,
it's so
cute.
cute. So I will probably be stitching this maybe
In July.
Maybe my 4th of July start. I don't know. We shall see. And then I got the Spring Quail by the Blue Flower. I love the Blue Flower. And it actually comes with 3 charts, which I
did not know that.
Yeah, so it's got the quail, and then it's got a biscornu, and then this really long pillow. Yeah.
I wouldn't have, I guess I didn't even notice because you showed it to me, but I didn't even notice.
Yeah, so it comes with 3 charts, and then I went to Michael's after because I needed some DMC for those 3 DMC colors that I was missing, and so I was like, I'll just get this up with the DMC that it calls for because it calls for a lot of color in cotton, which I do, as you can see, have a lot of color in cotton, but I knew I didn't have some of these specific colors, so I just got the DMC. And then for Reese's 1-year anniversary celebration, she had a Atomic Ranch trunk show. So I got this fabric. Oh, the color is not really.
No. Can you pull it back a little bit more?
It's worse.
Blowing it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad because it is a gorgeous color.
Can you put it on a white?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
It's called Blue Ridge by Atomic Ranch. It's an 18 count Ada, and I just thought that would be perfect for these little guys. So that's the intention. Love them, love them, love them, love them. They're super cute. And then I got Petite Treasure Braids Silver because we are doing the Christmas bells, which I still haven't started. I'm in the Sal, but I just haven't started.
She's not in the South.
I just haven't started it
How
yet.
can you be in the South if you haven't started it?
But I wanted to get some of
You're
this.
not part of our group.
Listen, I know, and I'm the one that was like really spearheading this whole freaking Sal, and I suck, and I haven't started
The
it.
Jingle Ball Bell Sal?
The Jingle Ball Bell Sal.
And she hasn't started it since the Jingle Ball.
I know. But it will be a start this year. I can guarantee you that. It will be. So I wanted to get the Petite Treasure braid because I know some people were struggling figuring out like what kind of silver to use. And I was like, I'm just going to pick this up, try it out. So that's my haul. Nice. And I do have an Atomic Ranch Fabric of the Month club. But because of the weather that's been going on, it's delayed. So. Yeah.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
I mean, it's not like you don't have fabric.
Exactly.
So, Reese sent out a text and said, I am getting ready to post Fox and Rabbit. I have been waiting for this Fox and Rabbit for so long.
She ordered it for almost a year ago.
Yeah, but she got some great colors and stuff that I just have been wanting. So, I bought 5 pieces.
I really regret not getting a couple pieces.
She still had some.
I know, but I'm trying to be good. And then I bought a bunch of Zweigart fabrics, but you know what? Whatever.
So this one is Flannel Flower. I've been wanting this forever. Stephanie and I were talking about it.
Bridge in the Museum Stitcher said this is her all-time favorite neutral.
Oh,
like
really?
if she ever struggles, she just goes to Flannel Flower.
Yeah.
She knows it's a good neutral.
It is. It's beautiful.
It's cool tone.
It is a cool tone, which I love stitching cool tones. So this is a 36 count. And then, I got Mayflower. And I got this in 32.
Which is like a warm neutral.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, this color. It's so unique.
Is this Elephant
Run?
She had one that's called Ancient, and then one that was called something else, Prehistoric. And they were different grays, but I had already bought this one. But it's really cool.
It's like a purpley gray. It's cool.
It's dark too. Like, I don't think it's showing as how dark it is.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. So I got this in a 32 too, because it's a darker fabric. I knew I wouldn't be able to. And then I got some hog bristle, because everybody talks about it.
This is like your standard sampler color.
Yeah.
Like a goldy neutral sampler. It's nice.
Hog bristle. And then I got Dirt Track. I've had this before. But
isn't this like their most popular color?
I don't know,
Dirt Track.
probably.
Yeah, I feel like I hear everybody talk about
But look
Dirt
at how
Track.
cool that is.
It's very neat.
I got one at Stitch New England that I split with Jilly. Can't remember what it was called, but that's my own.
It was Atomic Ranch, wasn't it?
I thought it was Box and Rattle.
I don't know. Storm by Atomic Ranch.
No, that one we each got. It's not the one that we split.
Oh.
So anyway, then they were having an Atomic Ranch trunk show, so I got Sahara, which is their new color, and I got this in a 36.
That must have been released in their fabric of the month, or not fabric of the month. Yeah.
Yeah, it was their
that.
fabric of the month.
I was gonna say it's new because I have that.
It's a brand new color
okay.
to them. I think that's how they do their brand new colors.
I didn't know you did a conversion.
I did, and I wanted to show it. So Emma just showed the chart for the Wandering Moose. We always link the Crafty Grimoire because that's our LNS. But she also has the Dinky Dye kits, and she
might not anymore because she only had like 3 or 4 left.
I think she was going to get more.
Oh, she's ordering more.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is an exclusive for a whole year, so if you want it, reach out to, it's on her website. And then, also she has these really great, moose needle minders.
Oh, they're so cute.
I know, I kind of kicking myself for not getting one, but I will be.
Many.
Yeah.
Needle minders. So this is what the Dinky Dye, like called for Dinky Dye package is.
That's pretty.
It's got that really variegated brown, the blue. Oh, it's just
okay. So I'm gonna do my conversion with yours.
Yeah.
So I just decided, you know what? Because she didn't have a whole lot, and I was like, I stitch with Dinky Dyes all the time. I'm fine with not having the Dinky Dyes. So my black is called London Fog. Well, I thought
it's blue.
Whatever.
It's supposed to be like
bluey
water.
gray. It's mountains.
Oh, mountains. Yeah.
And it's a bluey gray. Is London Fog by Classic Colorworks. And then I wanted to brighten up the cream color. I wanted my white to be really like snow. So I am doing Classic Colorworks Toasted Marshmallow. And then, this is my favorite Dinky Dye color though. I have like 3 skeins of this. It's
so you
emerald.
can change your mind.
I could, but I loved this Otter Creek. It's like a greeny browny color.
Is that classic too?
That's classic. Nope, it's Goss.
Goss?
Goss. Gentle Arts. And then this is
That's
Gentle
Goss.
Arts. It's Gossed.
What's this
Brick
color?
Path. Iron Bark. Ooh, that's pretty. And that's my brown. So you can easily do
just
a
4
color
colors,
conversion for this.
For sure.
Even DMC. I was looking for more variegated colors.
She does give you the DMC conversion too.
So, and I love Erin's charts. They're very, very easy to
Erin's
follow.
chart.
Yeah.
And it finishes, if you do it on an 18 count, it finishes to a 7x7. So it's 126
find
by
a
126.
Frame too.
Exactly.
Very nice. You can get a nice 8x8 frame for that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of frames, I went to the Hub Lab.
Oh, I didn't realize we were showing finishing pieces we bought because I have a few.
Well,
Let me grab them because they're right next to you.
okay.
You go.
This was $2. I mean, I couldn't leave it, but let's see. Let's see if I can show it nicely. But it's got like etching and stuff in it. And it looks antique-y. And I mean, it's just a great size. And it's a great frame that I can easily do. And then this one is absolutely gorgeous. And I hope that I can find something nice to fit on this. This was $8. I just like to be able to show the etching in it. So pretty. So pretty. Mm-hmm. Isn't that gorgeous? So I got those 2 frames at Hoblob. And then, I know, you guys are shocked.
Keep going.
You can't believe I didn't have Chubby Squirrel. And she had a whole bunch of these out. So I was like, well, I must. And then I know I said I wasn't going to start anything.
Keep going.
But my friend Diane showed me this pattern, and the drawn thread, they have these really cool specialty stitches. And I've been really enjoying specialty stitches.
Can't relate.
So this is called Emily's Hope by the Drawn Thread, because this is my friend Diane's word of the year. And you can look at each piece. It's just going to be stunning. And it's going to be not very big. Speaking of dinky dyes, I got the whole dinky dye conversion.
Is it called for dinky dyes?
It is.
Interesting.
You can use dinky dyes or gentle arts.
Nice.
And then they have DMC conversion and silk. So there is one, the white is silk. Is needlepoint silk. So I will be starting this at our retreat next weekend with Diane.
Awesome. I didn't know she was coming.
You didn't?
No. That's
she
exciting.
said right at the thing.
I don't listen in. I'm bad at group chats, okay? I'm bad.
She doesn't focus.
I'm really bad. Well, if the group chat is like not in a text, like I never go on Facebook Messenger.
This was at the Crafty that we talked about it.
Oh.
Remember Jenny said she was coming?
I was thinking you were talking about Diane that lives in Southern Maine.
Diane Moore, yes.
Got it. Confusion is cleared up. That's why I was
There's
like,
two
she's
Dianes.
coming? Got it. Okay. So I already mentioned after I went to the Crafty Grimalkin, I had to go to Michael's for that DMC, and I walked past the frame section, and these frames were buy one, get one free. Hello? And the frame prices, it doesn't say it on there, but I'm pretty sure it was only like $10 to $12 for these frames. They're just standard size, and I know we talked about, I know a couple Flosstubes ago, about stop buying frames without an intention, because they take up a lot of room, and they're, But you know, I could always use a classic 8x10.
Who can't?
Who can't, with a white frame. And then you can always use a 5x7. So, with like, this is like a barnwood gray type of color. So, I got those 2 frames. And then, this was a while ago now. I forgot I even did it until we were just talking about this. This is actually a custom size frame. This is 15 by 15. And I was really hoping that it was going to work for the round robin when I bought it. That's what I thought it for, but that's a 13 by 13, and it would have been just like way too much border.
Space,
yeah, so this is a 15 by 15 frame.
You know what would be cool though?
This, I measured it out. It's going to be perfect for the Christmas bells sampler.
That will fit the bells sampler?
Because I'm doing it on 28 count. So it's going to be bigger.
You know, another thing that you could do with the Quaker Birds is add fabric.
I could, but I already ordered the art on Art to Frame. I used Art to Frame for my first time. Chris, the camping stitcher, coached me through it. I shared my screen on Zoom.
And we all helped her pick out her frames.
So I have 2 frames from Art to Frame coming for the Quaker Birds, that round robin piece, and what's it called? Strength and Dignity by the Proper Stitcher, because that's kind of like an awkward size. Like, it wouldn't have worked in like a classic size frame. So yeah, this is a custom frame, but I don't know what happened. They didn't end up wanting it, or they didn't end up.
Maybe they made a mistake in the size.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But this was originally $96 as a custom, and it was on clearance for $24. So, hello, duh. So I picked that up, and it's gonna work perfect for Christmas bells.
So check your Hobby Lobby for the clearance frames, and that's why I got mine, because Kathy Walker was talking about some that she had gotten, and I was like, I need to just take a little peruse around.
Take a gander. Yeah. So that is haul. Plans.
For February, my intention is to finish Winter Rose Manor.
Ooh.
My focus piece will be my Rebel Stitcher Happily Ever After. Mm-hmm. And I will do the Anniversaries of the Heart. And I'm starting that drawn thread.
Nice.
What I really want to do is stitch wordy birds. And what else I really want to do is I want to stitch sheep virtues.
Ooh. And you have all of those, right?
I do.
They are super cute.
Next year, instead of it, when I finish the Anniversaries of the Heart,
Do your
I'll be
monthly for
doing my
that.
monthly, and I'll be doing
Those are
stitch.
small.
They are.
They're only like 65 by 65, right? Like they're pretty small.
Yeah, they're tiny. But I want them all together on one. I was going to do, they have like a conversion where you can do the sheeps in the meadow.
I thought he had the remote in his mouth, and I was like,
She was like,
what are you at? But it was just a toy. Anyways,
okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, so I decided not to do that
Yeah.
conversion. So I'm just going to do the virtues.
Nice. My plans for February, my focus piece of the month is going to be Blackberry House by Plum Street Samplers.
Ooh, I can't wait for you to pull that back
because
out.
that is my leap year Sal, and I think February is just a good month to do that because that happens to be when leap year happens, and I don't have very much progress on it. And if I want to get it done in 4 years, like it's not huge, like it's not like a pandemic or anything, but it's significant. It's pretty decent size. I think it's in the 180s, I think. But yeah, so I need to get some progress on that. And then I am bringing this. We are going to a small little local retreat that is getting put together by Missy Timberlake of Two Natives Play Thread. She is amazing. And we're just gonna stay at the hotel, and they have like a small conference room, so we all just paid, like split the difference and booked our own hotel rooms, and there's 24 of us going, and I'm so excited. But this is Sweetheart Hill by Plum Street Samplers, and I love this piece, and it's very Valentine-y, you know, February-y.
This is what you're going to start as
And so
the
this
thing?
is what I'm going to start
Aww.
because it has very good block stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole house, like let's be real, ain't no way I'm getting through all that thing, but I have this fully kitted up with all of the called for flosses. I splurged. I don't usually use fancy floss if you know me. I'm a DMC girly, but I splurged and I got all of the called for color and cotton and weeks. Blech, but you know, I'm gonna use them. So like look at this color. This is the color of the house, the holly berry.
Mm-hmm.
It's so gorgeous. I love it so much.
That's going to be gorgeous.
I have a piece of 28 count Wren by Picture This Plus. And this is a fat 8th cut, so it's going to work fine for that.
So this is about the same size as my Comfort Enjoy.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's not going to be overly huge. No. Just it's a Plum Street, and Plum Street is
it's
a lot
almost
of
full
stitching.
coverage.
Yeah.
Like other than the top corner here,
Mm-hmm.
like all of that is full coverage.
See, I love that type of stitching.
It's
though.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like I'm really excited. And
so pretty.
I have it in my little bag that I made myself that Stephanie really helped me with. And I like it a lot. So that's my new plan to start. I will be starting the February Wordy Birds. Excuse me. Probably actually today, because that fabric is getting delivered today.
And she's gonna zoom.
And I am going to start that because, well, that stitch, it only took me 4 days of stitching. That's not that much stitching. So, like, that's not a huge commitment, is what I'm trying to say. It's, like, not like a huge piece.
And then she's gonna be like foaming at the mouth to see what March is gonna
I have
be.
been waiting. Okay, so I signed up for the subscription.
You were like late in signing up too, because
No,
I
I
had
wasn't.
signed up. Yeah, didn't you wait until the last minute?
No.
Oh,
It was like almost 2 days after, like, because in your Flosstube, or in our Flosstube, you said you signed up for it. I think I went home and signed up for it. Like, I was like, oh, you know what? I really want it too. So that, I got my first PayPal invoice. I went back and looked at the dates because I was like, when is March getting invoiced? Because did I miss it or what? So it was December 9th for the first one and December 31st for the second one. So I'm like, any day now. Any day now. I just really want to stitch it. So that's my plans. I have those 2 new starts and then focus on Blackberry House and then whatever I
floats you
feel
out.
like in between. So, yeah.
And then finish the strength in the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to finish Choose Joy.
yeah.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that until you just said it, so.
We're gonna be stitching on that today.
I don't know. It's so count.
How do you stitch on something that you just aren't feeling?
And it's not even that I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
It's just that it's so count heavy. Maybe today I'll do, because it's a weekend day and I have a little bit more attention span or like time to like patience, I guess.
You'll do the diddly
Maybe I'll
bips.
do the diddly bips. And then, like, during the weekday, I can do the words.
The letters are easy.
Letters are so easy. Maybe that's what I shall do. I don't know. But I do want to finish this because I would really love to gift this to Nana at Easter.
She would really love it.
Yeah. So, we have giveaway announcements to share. And then we also have a new giveaway that we are going to do.
Because that's our Flossiversary.
Because it's our Flossiversary. So we have 2 giveaways. The first giveaway is going to be the Crafty Blue Bonnet Sewing Therapy, which is a used chart, but as you all know, I've scanned things to PDF anyway, so it's pretty much new. So we're giving away my copy of Sewing Therapy.
Actually, we could give away 2.
Oh yeah, because you have it too.
I have it too.
And you're finished?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to give 2 copies away. So if you would like that, use the word therapy in your comment.
Oh, that ought to be interesting as far as like including it. Yeah. And I love it when people do that with the words. They try to make a story or make a thing. So therapy that's going to be awesome.
Yes, it'll be interesting. And then the second third giveaway will be for this, which is the piece that I finished my Wordy Bird on. So if you want to do the same kind of finishing, or if you want to use it for something else.
So versatile.
So versatile. So you're going to also get the 25 yards of thing because I'm not unraveling that again. That took me almost like 10 minutes. It was a pain in the butt.
That'll be a you problem.
That's a you problem. So, Spool will be the word for this. S-P-O-O-L.
So therapy and spool. This ought to be interesting.
Yes. Okay. And then we had 3 giveaways in our last Flosstube. The first one was for a $10 gift certificate to the Crafty Grimalkin.
Plus the needle minder.
And the needle minder. This way. And Donna Duncan won this giveaway. So Donna, if you could go to, or send an email to B&E, spelled out B-A-N-D-E, stitchery@gmail.com, and just let us know your address and we'll get that shipped out to you. Did you get the other one shipped out?
I didn't have any other ones.
From last time?
This is our one from last time.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
She just wanted to chastise me for not mailing it.
I don't know why, because I gave you the charts. I think I thought that we gave them last time. Anyways.
I'm still holding on to them.
Yes.
I still have them in my possession, and I will mail them out as soon as you contact
I'm sorry.
me.
I'm just a hot mess express. Okay, and then the next, we don't have the charts with us because Mom left them at home, but that's fine. The next one was the Blue Flower Forest Home, and this is what the winner is Always Be Yourself 6. So if this is you, send us a email with your address. And then the Gingerbread Row by October House Fiber Arts was won by K-State Stitcher Jamie H. All right. So that's the winners. Congratulations. Exciting. He's playing with toys out there. We didn't mention the rules, but if you just include your name or the word in the comment for these two giveaways, and then also please be a subscriber and please like our video, and then that's it.
Don't say
be 18 because you have to be 18 to
don't say giveaway in the comments,
and don't say giveaway in the comments. We don't want trolls. Okay.
All right. That's all I got.
Let's go quilt shopping.
Yeah. Because they're having a sale. Who doesn't love a sale?
I love a good sale.
All right. So stitch what makes your heart happy.
Bye.
Bye.